Guys, it's A-Dogs, and I just want to quickly go over the direful promo that we got. I think it's actually quite phenomenal, and I'll quickly go over it. I will leave a link to the new promo in the description down below. So, its first skill is Act on the Drop. If you have a grade for a greater Vanguard direful on its card name, and you have no regards for the same card name as this card, you can put one of your regards into the soul and call this the regard circle. And then second, auto regard circle when this unit attacks. If you have a grade 3 greater Vanguard direful on its card name, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the battle, and at the end of that battle, bind this unit and draw a card. If this unit was placed on regard circle by your card ability this turn, it gets plus 10,000 power instead of 5. Okay, so let's quickly just point a couple of things out of why this card's quite solid. So first of all, this card now becomes an easy discard. It's essentially kind of like the cycler for Daffodils. Because what this means is that we can ditch it for our ride line, and then if we have a dead doll that we call out from Android, or a dead doll we have in hand that needs to be in the soul, we can call that and then use a grade 3 to put that doll in the soul and call it a circle. So that straight away is really good. The second thing is that it can actually help with using on-place effects multiple times in one turn. So what I mean by that is, just say, for example, we have a Liberator in hand, or we just call out Liberator for an example. If we call out Liberator, we can use this effect to put a doll from our drop into Soul. Then we can use like a referee to put that Liberator back into the soul. So then we can call it back out for either Android, we use Android's effect, if for example, because we called Liberator from hand, or if we call that for Providenza. So we can actually get more multiple triggers from Liberator. Same thing with Tarkina. Same thing as well. We can use it multiple times a turn because this grade 3 puts those cards back into the soul. And then thirdly is that we now have an easy way of draw power, just doesn't cost counterblast. So that means that we can focus a counterblast more on Android, we can focus on it more on Takina, because our other way of draw power now is free. Because as long as we call it by so we can call it by as long as essentially when it attacks, we get 5,000 power, and then at the end we bind it and draw a card. So it's very simple. So that means that we can also maybe change the way we build the deck as well. We might not even have to run as many counter charges in the deck. So we might have space to run other cards. But yeah, those are kind of the main points that I had for the new promo. I think it's quite good. It'll probably be ran at 2 or 3 copies, maybe 4, but I still need a little bit of experimentation. But I think this card is actually quite solid. But I just want to make just a very quick video just of like kind of like my reasons why I think this card is quite good. Anyway, that's it for me. A-Dogs out. See ya.